Yes, what's up? How are you doing today? And yet again, we are back. We are always here. Wanino tubera with Kanako. Yeah, so as long as you're watching, you're doing such a great job. Luzei Andrew Anderson is my name. And of course, this is Luzei Andrew Anderson Show. So feel free, and of course you can go ahead and subscribe, and in case you want to be among the first people, of course, to watch this video, it's also very okay. Go ahead and hit that bell so that you get the notification of kubanga gwe asoko kubanga olaba. So today we are going to be talking about Sheila Gashumba. For some of you who don't know her, she's a TV personality here in Uganda, but of course she worked with some of the South African media houses that side. Kati ekiriwo ekyamanyi. Currently, we had Roger come to the country. Yagenze naingirawe Uganda. Of course, for the people who are following on this channel, since the show was supposed to be there, then of course stuff happened. So after an interview they did with NBS TV, that is Sheila together with all her other friends. That is Roger there. Of course, we are also having Douglas Ranga there. So she organizes a meet and greet, kind of a party. So baino kubanga, but Roger goes to the party, meet and greet. Abantu babirenga basobola kubanga bamulabako before the main show comes in. And guess what? She also organized a simple interview with Roger. Babirenga bali babiri boka. So surprisingly, guess what happened? We all know Sheila is a young lady, with all due respect. With this guy, and they were together almost the entire night. She could not leave the guy alone, all the way from Nigeria. She could not leave her. She could not leave him. They are like this. Everywhere they go, they are like this. So we should also not forget God's plan. Bali dating with Sheila Gashumba. They used to stay together in their apartments. Of course, the one that God's plan used to pay for. So ngabasula bonna, balia bonna, and of course, it was this time around. It was God's plan. Yakwana Sheila Gashumba, which is very okay. They met at the hotel. Then, of course, God's plan sees this tiny little girl, and then because he's into such kind of girls, namukwana, so they stayed together for some good time. Pictures were all over. They could they could paint Kampala red. Each time they could go to bars and clubs. Then guess what? Wakati yao, God's plan could invite different other artists or abayimbi or the so-called celebrities to come at their apartments. So among the people who came at the apartments where Sheila Gashumba, together with God's plan, Jebali Babera, they are used to also come Rickman. Yes. And Rickman, the artist, of course, all the way, I think is from Sweden. And once in a while, of course, God's plan could not be around. But guess what? Of course, Rickman could do the gentleman's job to Sheila Gashumba. So before they know it, they had to split. Never splitting. That is between God's plan and Sheila Gashumba. Sheila Gashumba was claiming that God's plan used to also do bad manners to the friends of Sheila Gashumba, who used to come still at the apartments. You get the point. So Sheila brings the boys, brings the girls, and then God's plan nabaliawo abawala mikwano ja Sheila Gashumba. Then God's plan brings the boys, and then the boys also kuliawo Sheila Gashumba. Do you get now the circle? So before we know it, they had to split. And at one moment, Sheila is saying, this guy is sleeping around, he's sleeping with my friends, blah, blah, blah. Then, of course, God's plan had to come out and show the lady, of course, the new girl, he had gotten. So they moved on, they split, and before we know it, Sheila Gashumba namala na akwana Rickman. So ngawe nabagambye nti no God's plan yasoko kwana kululi katukuluneno, it was Sheila Gashumba yakwana Rickman. And then the relationship is moving on very well. And the pictures are all over, as you know her, akuberako bwatitakuta, wada. So the pictures speculated, and everyone is like, okay, maybe we can keep watching the space. And now, earlier yesterday morning, for the people who are so much onto TikTok, guess what? Now, God's plan comes out with his English, yes, England English, and then he's like, no, you cannot be doing this to me. Remember, Rickman is in the picture, but now Roger from Nigeria has also come. These guys are dating, but at the same time omukazi ate aina omusajja omulala gwe yeesibako. Let's note, when it comes to Sheila, as long as you're a celebrity, you're an artist, you have some kamane, just like what the likes of Judith Heard, the likes of Don Zera, the likes of Balinga Babikola. So this is the new generation where she also wants to be like these old women and what they used to do. So Rickman is not feeling good because now this young girl is moving out now with a Nigerian guy, and of course they spend the night together. So Kavio is there in between. So God's plan comes out yesterday by one, and then with his action he's like, no, you guys, you cannot be doing that. Now I can also come up, if I start saying stories, of course most of you people, you will lose your careers. And now he's threatening. Remember, he has just lost a sister. That is God's plan. So he's so annoyed. And I also imagine, what if he comes out and then he decides, to split or to spit the secrets, that means very many people will get involved in this scandal. But in case we want to know how many, of course, some of the guys, of course, Sheila Gashumba has dated, the list is endless. But let's just talk about the few guys, at least we are having Rickman, of course, that one was one of the latest, but of course Ruja now, since they had it's called what, one night stands, yes, with Ruja. Then of course Netugataka or Eddy Samsuza, Eddy Kenzo, then Sobologatawa or Baby Love, the DJ, of course when she was still young. Baby Love, they used to be all over. Then of course there was Fik for Micah. Of course something went on with Fik for Micah when they had a Kayimba. Kaliko Fik for Micah yaina Kayimba ebiseera ebyo eranga Sheila tamutanga mbeera ku kiddo. Everywhere they could be going together. One good thing, of course, with Sheila, at least she knows how to do branding. Agezaako kubanga akuyambako, to brand and then get endorsements and all that. Nayenga, for Sheila, this time around, I think things are not moving on very well. Let's just wait. God's plan, wanajana spitting us secrets. I don't know what is going to come out of this, but I think this is going to be fire. Of course, God's plan, he said he's going to be spitting out secrets. Agenda kubanga ayogera ebyama bya Sheila Gashumba. So, in one of his videos, of course, he went ahead to mention Nagamba Ariavudeo. He had traveled, of course, to Dubai. Nagenda nalekawo Sheila, and guess what happened? Mbu, underline Mbu. Eddy Samsuza had to also visit the apartments, and then they did mommy and daddy between Sheila Gashumba and Eddy Samsuza, that is Eddy Kenzo. But of course, let's just keep watching, because God's plan ye yagambye agenda kubaleta mawulire. Ate yagambye singa atandika okugaleta, very many people are going to lose their careers. Basically, if she's doing TV and media, then that means she will be losing her career. Let's also not forget Sheila, because you can see basically this young lady is also trying to compete on how many men, of course, so Sheila is trying to add up with Zari. Remember, we also have Don Zera. Now here it is the same thing. I don't know, the circles are always the same. You look at Judith Heard, still the circles are the same. You look at now Eyachiring, Doreen Kabarebe, it's almost still the same thing. So the most important thing that I always tell people, it is very okay. Do whatever makes you happy in life, because life is so short. Whether you're dating a million guys, a billion girls, it's always very okay. As long as when the repercussions come out of it, you also enjoy them. STDs and HIV, these things are very real. So when you catch one, feel okay, you can also come up and then help in sensitizing or gambaba and tumunange, these things are not okay, but enjoy your life. Yes, and now, something happened. Sheila Gashumba, after all those posts, and Rickman posted, of course he has also posting, and then of course yesterday, but one, then God's plan, then Sheila also came up to reply. Nagamba, she's still young and she can enjoy life and do whatever she wants to do at any time, just like how Winnie Nwagi bade bamugerako nga bagamba yambala obugoye obw'abaana abato mbwakagoye ak'omwana omuto omwana ow'emyaka nga 6 ke yandiyambadde mbwate ye Winnie Nwagi ye kakwata n'ayambala abantu batandise omuddamu nga bamugamba yandikoze ebintu ebyekintu ekikulu. Then Winnie Nwagi n'abagamba kati nno nakatandika butandisi ngenda bwambala kibalume. So it's almost the same thing that Sheila yogedde n'agamba, no, I can date anyone I want at any time and I can move out of relationship anytime that I want. N'agamba nze temumanyira, if I dated you once and you want to spill secrets, it's also very okay. Come out and spill secrets because me too, I also have secrets. Let's not forget, God is planning. Era yakyogera lwake n'agamba yalina abaana be, of course in London yalina abaana nga alina n'omukyala, and when it came to robbery yagamba yes nali mubbi nali njagala kwebezaawo era twabba kyali wange bamusiba naye na serving my period nemala nenvayo. So there is nothing that you're going to tell Ugandans or people that they don't know. So I don't know, katulinde Sheila biki byagenda okwogera, God's plan byagenda okwogera, Rickman byagenda okwogera, byate bya fake for Mike ebyo byo byagwa da. But let's see how this is going to end. I think we are going to be enjoying this one here. Of course, as I told you, we have our producer, that is Abu, and you can go ahead, subscribe, and don't forget, of course, to hit that bell so that you could be one of the people who watches some of our videos first. For now, I want to say thank you very much. Watch out for the next video.